dignitaries. I request all to please raise up and welcome our guest. A very good morning to all. We, Architect Priyanka Pawar and Architect Ketri Patwardhan, extend a warm welcome to the dignitaries, professors, students, and parents. We welcome you all at today's first year induction program for batch 2019 organized by MIT ADT University, School of Architecture, Pune. I request all to kindly keep your mobile phones on silent or switch them off. As we all know, MIT Group of Institutions has set a benchmark in value-based professional education in the field of art, design, technology, medicinal health, schools, management, and so on in our country. MIT Group is so proud to introduce MIT Art, Design and Technology University, Pune, a leap towards world-class education at Rajbagh campus, Loni Karbhor, Pune. MIT ADT University emphasizes on the task of nation building to promote excellence in global education standards by introducing new and unique branches to meet national and global challenges.
All the guests of honors are here amongst us today to grace this occasion. May I request all of you to give a round of applause to our Honorable Chief Guest, Architect Prashant Deshmukh sir, and Guest of Honor, Architect Pushkar Kanvinde sir, our Honorable Father Founder, President and Managing Trustee, Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, our Executive President, Dr. Mangesh Karad sir, Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sunil Rai sir, our Executive Director, Mrs. Jyoti Dhakne ma'am, Principal Sir of MIT SOA, Professor Colonel Sanjeev Gupta sir. A hearty welcome to you all. Continuing the rich tradition of MIT, let us begin with the auspicious World Peace Prayer. I request you all to kindly rise up. I would now request all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly light the lamp and begin this auspicious beginning.
are very fortunate to have with us two distinguished guests today, architect Pushkar Kanvinde sir, former principal BKPS College of Architecture Pune, and architect Prashant Deshmukh, principal architect PDA Pune.
Now, I would request our Honorable Father Founder, President and Managing Trustee, Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, to kindly felicitate the chief guest for today, Architect Prashant Deshmukh sir. Thank you, sir. Now, I would request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sunil Rai sir, to kindly felicitate the guest of honor, Architect Pushkar Kanvinde sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I would request now our Honorable Executive Director, Mrs. Jyoti Dhakne ma'am, to kindly say a few words and incite our new beginners.
Namaskar. Good morning, all. I welcome respected dais, all parents, and very smart and enthused girls and boys and future architects of our India. I said, you are very lucky and you are in this profession which is going to create history. Yes, why I said history? Because this is the profession. When we go through any historical references or books, first of all, we see beautifully carved big monuments which were created by many architects and which shows the rich heritage of that country. So you all are going to be, you all are going to be in a very noble profession which is going to create history. So this is what the proud moment for you all parents and students. Another proud moment in your life is that you are going to achieve your dreams on the campus or on the land which is first touched and reeled many real life social issues through his films, and he created many films and given to the world, to this India. And everybody knows, you have seen the photograph in this auditorium, the great showman Raj Kapoor. And another great man who is sitting in front of you, he is actually a dedicated teacher, I firstly say, who carved, shaped, and founded institute, the name MIT, in the field of education. I must tell you, he is not only the great educationist, apart from that, mostly everybody knows, I must say he is a born architect. Because whatever the campuses of MIT you have seen, and because he just imagine what he wants to build in front of his eyes, There is no proper design on the paper, and he builds it like that you have seen the biggest dome which is standing on this campus is the greatest example of his creation. So you people are really blessed that you are going to study on this unique campus of art, design, and technology. And I must tell you that this campus is going to nurture you in the way your parents have dreamed for you. Because this institute is not going to create only the students, but the good human beings. We are trying to give, like you can say, Adhyatma is the main base of this institute. So definitely after 5 years, when they will go out in the society, they will be a different person. I give you assurance for that. I must tell you that now your students, these future architects, are entering into this field. Which field? I must say that this is the STEM field. It encompasses science, technology, maths, and a good dose of art and design thrown in. Means you can say this is the profession where everybody goes with very happily. डॉक्टर के पास तो कोई बहुत खुशी से जाता नहीं है, लॉयर के पास भी out of compulsion ही जाएगा. So this, like, you are going to fulfill the dreams of people. लोगों के सपने पूरे करने का काम आप बच्चे आगे जाके करेंगे. So I must tell you that you are very in a noble profession, and now you have to think about it, the what way you are going to be in this profession and give different things, because now you are in higher education. You are not, don't expect spoon feeding like in school days. Now you have to explore yourself and find your own ways to study in a different manner. Yes, definitely, institute is going to give its best, because this is the private university and we have set the curriculum which is the combination of like many subjects which we can study, and we have a very good BOS. So this syllabus is set according to the best subjects. Like many subjects you have to go to study in your future, because in your coming years you are going to face very different issues, like you can say conservation. Now we heard the word conservation of architecture, like whatever the monuments we have to conserve that. But in your future, one very big issue is in your life, that conservation of water, conservation of energy, conservation of food, and many other things. So you have to build houses, you have to design the things which you have to take the reference from your ancestors, like why they were not needed ACs and other things. Like तुम्ही कुठले गड बघा, शिवाजी महाराजांनी उभं केलेल्या गोष्टी असतील. सो याच्यामध्ये कॉन्झर्वेशन ऑफ वॉटर हा खूप मोठा विषय तेव्हाही हाताळला गेला, जो मध्ये आपण कुठे विसरलो. आणि याच्यामुळे आता आपण जो लाईक ग्लोबल वॉर्मिंग आणि हे विषय आपल्या समोर येत आहेत. सो वी हॅव टू हँडल दोज सब्जेक्ट्स व्हेरी केअरफुली. पॉवर कॉन्झर्वेशन, सो buildings and houses should be designed in that way that less power will be used and less water recycling and other things. So this is now its responsibility on your shoulders, that you will have to think about all these issues and fulfill it for the society. So I must tell you that you all are going to be in this very noble profession, and you have to work in that way. And in the end, I will not take much time. I tell you that all parents they are very lucky that their kids are in the best university, and they are going to be in a very safe hand, because in this institute, first of all, the curriculum is good and everything will be taken care. But I tell you, all students and parents, that discipline is the main thing of MIT's culture, and which everybody should, all students, I tell you that ragging, absentees, or any other kind of misbehaviors are not going to be spared by this institute. So all parents, I have a request for full next 5 years. Please be in touch with our principal, our staff, and every time whatever the mails, whatever the information is given to you, please every time don't avoid those things. If institute is informing you something, you have to come and meet what is going on, anything wrong is going on in the school by student or any other things. So you have to be very careful about that. And we are saying a school of architecture. So literally we are nurturing the students here like school only. It's not think about it's a college. But all students will take good things from this campus, because this campus is itself is a full course, I will say. It's 5 years course. If you only study the campus buildings and campus, one monument is there in front of you. If you study that for next 5 years, you will be a full architect. No need to study anything else. And good things like Adhyatma you are going to, of course, you will see on this campus. So you people are really blessed, and I'm happy that you have entered into this beautiful campus and you are going to nurture your dreams. So best of luck for that. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words of wisdom. That was indeed very encouraging. Again, a big round of applause for our Executive Director. I would now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. Sunil Rai, Sir, to share a few thoughts of wisdom to our aspiring architects.
A very good morning to all present for this wonderful function today. It's my privilege and honor to welcome our founding father, Honorable Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karatji, who, as was mentioned by Jyoti ji, is engineer by profession. By passion, he is an architect, and by practice, he is a spiritual leader that the whole nation can look up to. Sir, we are blessed that we keep finding your patronage, your guidance, and your blessings on this campus and the entire group of institutions. We are really honored indeed, sir, by your presence today here. I'm also privileged to welcome our chief guest for today, Architect Prashant Deshmukh ji. Prashant Deshmukh ji was just sharing with me, he is not only building architectural wonders for India, but also for United States of America. And he has been actually always, he's somebody who takes, as you say, bull by the by the horns. And he is the one who, against very noted people like Hafiz Contractor and so on, won the contract to create one of the finest airports in the country to come, the Purandare Airport, which is going to come to Pune. We are privileged and honored, sir, to welcome you. Our guest of honor, Architect Pushkar Kavinde, sir, architect and academician. And we are privileged and honored that he keeps on guiding us on our board of studies. He keeps on guiding us on selecting the faculty. He keeps on guiding us on monitoring the program on almost month-to-month basis. Thank you very much, sir, for providing your guidance for all the time to this university and this School of Architecture in particular. The bundle of energy and the spirit behind the School of Architecture, our Executive Director, Jyoti Dakne ji, a privilege to welcome you. Jyoti ji and I, we keep working on trying to find out every month almost how in the world we keep on improving what we did last month. And she is always at it. So you are very privileged and honored that you have amongst us an executive director who takes personal interest in the curriculum, in execution, and so on and so forth. Very welcome, Jyoti ji. Our principal, Colonel Gupta, and our head of the department and operations, Architect Shilpa. I also welcome all the new students who are joining the School of Architecture of MIT ADT University. I also thank and welcome all the parents for believing in us, in believing in what MIT stands for. MIT stands for simply excellence, in one word. And that's what your children are going to experience on the portals of this university. So I welcome you. I welcome all my senior colleagues here present, Registrar, Director IQAC, COE Campus Director, and also our Director for the entire security of MIT Group, Colonel Tandle sir, faculty colleagues, staff members, ladies and gentlemen. I've already welcomed you all. I joined Jyoti ji in echoing the same thought that one of the finest things has happened to you, children who are joining this School of Architecture. I was told that I should share few thoughts of wisdom. Difficult thing to do when your father is present here, but I will still make an attempt. I am a fan of three, so I will put forth three thoughts. And being a management professor, we always work off 3 Ps, 4 Cs, X, Y, Z. So today I will talk of 3 Ps. The first P is pride for you, dear students. The second one is privilege, and third one is perseverance. Now I'll tell you about the first one, pride. Please take pride in the fact that God has blessed us, that we are born in the finest country in the world. Yes or no? We are privileged to be born in the finest country in the world, our mother India, and therefore that's our first matter of pride. The second matter of pride for all of you is that please take pride in your lineage. Please take pride that you are born to the family that you are born. Please take pride, feel proud about your parents. All of you love your parents? Anybody wants to change your parents? We have some procedure, you can meet me, I can tell you how to do it. But I am sure you would none of it like. So please take pride. God has blessed us by being born to the parents that we are born. And the third pride is the institution that you are joining. MIT Group of Institutions, started by this great man, Honorable Vishwanath Karatji, started from one room in 1983, and today we have more than 65,000 students entering the portals of various MIT institutions per year. Name it, every kind of education, and in the various territories, not only in Maharashtra but all over the country. We are present in MP, we are also present in Northeast. Very soon we are also going to be present in Andhra, Bihar, and so on and so forth, because sir will not stop of spreading this light throughout the country, and this is what is happening. So feel privileged, pride, that you are joining one of the finest institutions. As Jyoti said, stand for excellence, stand for values. Very importantly, the values, and that's why I said it, nation, parents, and institution. So please take pride in all the three. And why must you take pride in all the three? It's quite simple. If you take pride in all the three, it will stop you from doing anything wrong. If I do this, this will bring bad name to my nation. If I do this, my parents will have to look low somewhere. If I do this, it will bring in dishonor to my institution. And this pride, friends, will stop you from doing anything low down. This pride will encourage you to do only things that you will shine. And when you will shine, this institution will shine. So please take pride. Remember, the first word I talked about is pride. The second one is privilege. Privilege to join MIT Art, Design and Technology University School of Architecture. Jyoti ji had given a full account of what we do, how we do, and so on and so forth. This is a unique institution, brainchild of our founding father, Google it, check it. Anywhere can you find arts, design, and technology at the highest level of execution in higher education anywhere in the world. I mean, this 120 acres of blessed land which Jyotiji mentioned, which belonged to the creative artist himself, Sri Raj Kapoor ji. And this land is, of course, blessed by our founding father and his guru on the left, Swami Vivekanand ji. So this university is blessed. As Jyotiji was saying, you walk in the institute. The moment you come inside the gate, you get a very different kind of feeling. Yes or no? I'm expecting a bold yes at this point. Yeah, very good. All right. So as you enter the main gate, see, till the main gate it's city of Pune. But as you enter inside, there is a very different aura. And not only this, one day somebody, sir, came from Stanford. And then as he entered, he said, my goodness, I felt I have entered Stanford. And he was provost of Stanford who said that I feel so great by entering this institution. This aura has come to this institution because of the painstaking hard work taken by our founding father, the entire Karat family, and all the faculty and our alumni who have brought excellence and name to this institution. This excellence spreads on the roads, in the flora and fauna that you find. And in the building, you see those wonder of architecture. No wonder then that this campus has been rated as the best campus in the country by ASSOCHAM. So a privilege to be in this kind of a university and this center of learning where you are joining. The School of Architecture, as Jyotiji mentioned, we remain at the forefront of curriculum, design, and execution. As I was mentioning, every month we keep brainstorming. All of you will actually be practicing what you learn right from the end of second year, when we start sending you compulsorily on in-course projects, long projects. And while during the year also, we do not keep you inside this. Whilst, as she said, that there is everything that you want to learn about architecture is present on this campus. Right from whether it's architectural wonders to maintaining a campus, water treatment. Privileged, you must be feeling that 80% of the electricity that we use here, we generate ourselves. And this is the only unique campus which we are doing. And this is a peculiarity of MIT group of institutions. We are GCCN members, and other day Dr. Shinde was telling us, and he showed that graphic on top, and he was so encouraged about it, and Jyotiji mentioned about it, power saved is power produced. And the way we are doing it, the green power, waste management, cleanliness in the campus, and above all, that way of life filled with spirituality. You go anywhere, you will only see spirituality which introduces to yourself. So the second part is keeping this curriculum intact and always up to date. And third is always this school keeps on getting blessings and guidance of practicing architects. About 4 months back or 5 months back, our students staged an architecture exhibition. Was it 4 months back? 4 months back. Architecture exhibition in the green lawns next to your building there. And I had a lot of professionals who had come. The work displayed by the students was applauded to say that, my goodness, how could these young people think all about like this? So your seniors already have set an example about a practice and demonstration. Because unless you demonstrate excellence, it will not be realized by the world. And therefore, this whole aspect of demonstrating your excellence is a way of life in School of Architecture. So 3 reasons, therefore, the campus, the curriculum execution, and the practical aspects of architecture which are there in the School of Architecture is the privilege that you all have gone in. And the third one I will talk about is the perseverance. 3 types there also. One is about perseverance for practice. So whatever you learn in the classroom, unless you practice, you cannot produce wonders. And here is an example, as Jyotiji mentioned. What our founding father does is, of course, he has the gift of God and the perseverance of so many years that he can, this dome, which is the largest dome in the world, he did not use any architect. The only architect is Professor Vishwanath Karat ji himself. And that too, no software used, no plans used. Sir will call people, put these things here, this should be the width, this should be the height, this should be the distance between pillars. He says it, and then people go and do the calculations, they find it true to the nearest millimeter. When they find that, they go and practice everything. Of course, please don't think that any building which has come up here has not gone through a good scrutiny. But just imagine that this is what has come because of this one passion which is there in this mind, is about the perseverance of excellence. So whatever you do, please persevere to be excellent. Sir doesn't take anything short of excellence. Every time that I go and seek his blessings, only one mantra he gives me is that whatever we do on these campuses has to be simply excellent and nothing below it. So persevere to be excellence. Excellence should become a habit. And if you persevere, you will definitely find it. The second aspect about perseverance is technology and practice. The way things are, you have to be at the forefront of technology. The latest software which has come for rendering, for designing, and today you can create walkthroughs. India is at the anvil of producing more and more architectural wonders, smart cities, connecting all the roads. We are already becoming the third largest economy in the world, and all this will happen. A lot of building has to be done, nation building has to be done. And this cannot be done through advanced technology and advanced practice. So we in the school keep on making efforts to ensure that we have the latest version of software. And we ensure that we bring people from all over the world, to ensure that you get inputs in the latest software which is there in this field. So sir, we keep practicing all that. The third aspect was something which got highlighted by Purandare Sahib in the morning during my discussion, and which is a mantra from our founding father, Honorable Vishwanath Karatji. When you create architecture, sir has traveled all over the world, I have traveled a little bit. You go to Spain, you go to their capital, Madrid, and you will find the architecture is as per Spanish scheme of things. You go to France, the architecture is as per French way of life. You know, there is the way the culture is of a society is seen is through their architecture. So Rajasthan is known because of their architecture. Gujarat is known again because of their architecture. Society's culture is represented by the architecture. So don't take it as a matter of just exercise, but it's a matter of something which is persuasion of culture of generations from one to the other. So architecture to me actually represents the character of a nation and society. And therefore, as sir was saying in the morning, that they are building this airport at Purandare, but they are not going to meddle with the fort and the other aspects which Shivaji created, because that is our dharohar. That is what we are proud of. That is what we are privileged. And you look at MIT, the dome represents a lot of things. We are proud of that fact. So that culture and architecture have got a very close linkage. And that is something you must please always bear in mind, that we need not ape the West. We need not follow what Americans are doing. I have nothing against Americans. But I am saying that our forefathers have created such architectural wonders that people are still thinking. The Taj Mahal, they are still trying to decode. The forts of Shivaji, as Jyoti ji mentioned, and she mentioned it very well, that most of us think that Shivaji's forts were a military wonder. That of course they were, because he was the biggest warrior that this nation saw. But the forts of Shivaji are A++ on environment, water conservation, the way the natural lighting, airflow. Each fort of Shivaji, what he had created, is a wonder in itself. That is the beauty of culture and architecture. We are hosting an international conference in this university in the month of November with the Paris Seine University, sir, in France. Yes, sir. So there is a Paris Seine University, and in that ECAM APME is their institution. The theme, sir, of that is Smart Cities of Future. So we had 6 themes which we had identified, which was smart cities, transportation, etc., waste management, water management. Interesting that the team from France suggested me, why don't you please add the 7th theme of culture? Architecture imbibed with culture. If the city of Pune has to be a smart city of tomorrow, it has to be from the ancient original culture and fabric of Pune, which was whatever we had seen from our forefathers and privileges. So please remember this third aspect of the culture. Whatever you do, you create those buildings, please do. But if you're creating the building in Himachal, do it like that. If you're doing it in Assam, do it like that. And if you're doing it in Kerala, please do it like that. So I'm sure with all these 3 Ps that I talked about, you are all going to be building this nation. And by the time you come up to our stage, India anyway will be number 1 in this world, and it will all be built on your efforts. Congratulations once again, and all the best.
Thank you, sir. That was indeed very encouraging. On this note, with great pleasure, now I request our guest of honor, Architect Pushkar Kanvinde, to please come up and say a few words.
My greetings to everyone. Honorable Karad sir, my friend Prashant Deshmukh, Jyoti madam, Rai sir, Colonel Gupta and Shilpa madam, and all friends in front of me. I'll try to be very short and to the point that here I am to welcome the newly joining students as a first step to get into profession of architecture, and a little advice as to what is there for you on cards. Architecture is a holistic education. What profession it is, Jyoti madam has elaborated, but architecture is a holistic education. What does it mean? It means there is no subject of learning which is not part of architecture. So everything under the sun, architect must know. Now that is something which leads to the next thing. Worldwide, architecture is recognized as toughest undergraduate course. Not only in India, worldwide, it is toughest undergraduate course, much tougher than engineering, medicine, and whatever you talk about. But don't get shy of it. Since you are selected to join this course, you have the tenacity to undergo and come out with great flair and join the profession of architecture at the end of 5 years. Further, for this toughest course, nowhere in architecture anything is taught in colleges. Teachers don't teach. So don't expect teaching. You have to learn the things yourself, and your teachers will just guide you as to what you should learn, how you should learn, and they expect that at the end of 5 years, you come out as a very seasoned learner who keeps on learning till the time he is pursuing profession of architecture. Because architect has to address to the changes in technology, changes in society, changes in culture, changes in beliefs, changes in lifestyle, and changes in nature, and adapt to these changes through design of their buildings and designing of environment. So maybe if you are taught something in class today, by the time you get into profession, that might be obsolete. That's why you are trained to be a perpetual learner as to how do you gain knowledge from the information that is around you and apply that knowledge in reality. The next thing is, at architecture colleges, we don't believe in your performance at examinations. Till now, you have only studied for examinations. And here we are saying that we don't believe and we don't really recognize how well you did in your examinations at college or university. For us, your first examination is when you graduate from this college, get your first assignment as an architect and complete it successfully. That will be your first examination, and we are preparing you for that examination and not the intermediate things which are just formality, that how you scored, what you scored. Doesn't matter, even if you score very low marks. But when it comes to actual examination in profession, there is no excuse. You have to score 100%. Otherwise, you won't survive into the profession. You are at a very good institution which has a combination which is very rare, art, design and architecture. All the three creative professions, and their interaction will definitely make you achieve lot many things than many other colleges could provide into this campus. So my best wishes for you to learn how to learn architecture for next 5 years and keep learning till the time you hold the pencil in your hand. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for such an enriching introduction to architecture. I would now request our chief guest, Architect Prashant Deshmukh, to kindly come up and say a few words. Sir.
Honorable Dr. Vishwanath Ji Karad, Jyoti Ji, and a wonderful speech that we heard of Dr. Sunil Rai, my colleague Pushkar Ji, the principal of the college, Professor Colonel Sanjeev Gupta, students of architecture, aspiring architectural students, parents, gents and ladies. A very good afternoon to you all, and I want you to repeat after me. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you. Well, Pushkar has done my job, a very simple one, and probably also Sunil Ji has done, because he spoke on 3 Ps and I'm going to talk about 5 Ps. I will come a little later on that. But let me tell you, friends, that on behalf of the architectural professionals of India, I welcome you all, because 5 years down the line, you all will be our competitors. You all will be the competitors of the world. And we all, here in our heart, feel very humbly that you should be the toppers in the world. Clap for yourselves. This is a wonderful profession. Jyoti Ji started with it, the historic heritage that we have. And many times parents approach me and they ask me this question, architecture mein kuch scope hai kya? And I don't know, I also smile the way you smiled right now. Because everywhere that I travel in, most of the universities I've spoken at and various places where I have been interviewed, I have been always saying, or they have been telling me, that the entire development of the next 25 to 30 years is going to be here in Asian subcontinent and particularly in South Asia. Please note that. United States, Europe, all developed. There's nothing, no work to do for the architects. So most of them are traveling down to India, Vietnam, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and that. Tremendous amount of scope. See, doctor told you about my practicing in India, in the US. You know what we do? We sell Indian houses to the Americans. Because I was speaking in the India Association Society there in the US, And I saw each one of them, they all speak an American accent. But at home, they still eat vada pav, they still eat thepalas, and they still eat parathas. And I told them that if you still are Indian by heart, why don't you have Indian houses? And this concept has started taking me to various states in the United States. We are now doing in 3 states. We are also doing some Jain Pathshalas. So you have to find out the ways, you can do. There is a tremendous scope, my dear friends. Look at this place called Purandar, where he talked, we are likely to set up the new airport. We are likely to set up a new airport in Mumbai. And you know how many years it's going to take? It's going to take at least 2 decades from today. Subtract 5 years from now, you have got 15 years of a solid work in Pune and Mumbai itself, and forget about the other states. So we have a lot of work to do, not only in our country, but in various other countries. I also tell students that the world has changed. The things have been brought so close to our working styles, unlike when we passed out, Pushkar. Because we can sit in this place, we can sit in this campus and design a house, design a project in Singapore, or design a project in Honolulu. Well, why not? And forget about the fact that we come from Ahmednagar, a rural place, maybe coming from Latur, or maybe coming from whichever place in India. If a girl from Bareilly can become the leader of the world, I think you all can become the best architects of the world. I'm talking about Priyanka Chopra. So I would advise you to open up your YouTube today. She has spoken at the World Conference, a lecture which is titled as Breaking the Glass Ceiling. I'm sure you can open up on your cells as well. And there are 12 points that she has talked about how to be successful in life, how to be the leaders of the world. And I'm sure if every day you go through that, all of you will become the leaders of the world. It's not difficult at all. Maybe you do 50% of those 12 points which Priyanka did. So I'm going to take to you around with these 5 P's, 5 P's of success. The first P, my dear friends, is perfection and precision. And please note this word. He was also saying, I think Pushkar also said, that unless and until you are 100%, you give 100% every day. Or Abdul Kalam said that you always start saying in the morning that today is my day. Today is my day. Like there is a song called Hum Honge Kamyab Ek Din. मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. So I always say, why एक दिन? Why not every day? Why not हर एक दिन? So if you sing that song every day, that every day is going to be your day. Every day you will give 100% of yours. Whatever university you are, I am sure this, particularly MIT, I see them very dedicated teachers, very dedicated professors. The whole world, I am sure, will be here in this campus. And the name of the certificate of this university will take you to the various different universities across the world as well soon. But then what I'm trying to tell you is it has to be from within. And if you strive for perfection, if you strive for that excellence that Sir said, I am sure that's the job that you need to do. मला वाटतं तुम्हाला सर आवडेल संतांनी म्हटलं कवणाचे मायबाप कवणाचे गणगोत मृगजळ वतो वाया जाईल रया. So mother and father is nobody. They're all here today. And it is because of them that you are here in this gracious institute. You must pray God for that. You must thank Dr. Vishwanath ji for that. Having created such a beautiful environment of learning. And what all you need to do from today on is to work hard and try to give your best. So that is what we call precision. Precision and perfection. I always stress on that because the Indians, whenever you go out of our country, people say India is all 19-20. people say India is all about chalta hai. And if you can cross those words of 19-20, then you can rule the world. So perfection is the word of your dictionary, page number 1. Page number 2 is promotion. You know, you don't have to be only perfect. In this world of marketing, hardcore marketing, if you cannot sell your ideas and tell, shout at the world and say that hum khas baki bakwas, then only you will get business, my dear friends. Please remember that. I'm doing various projects across the world, and I keep telling them that hum khas baki bakwas. Jo bhi baithe hai baju mein aaju mein, they are all bakwas. You need to hire me, and you need to hire me at the price that I quote. So try to build that confidence of even promoting. I think you all must be remembering some old Lux ad, They used to pick up some very beautiful heroines, and they would be shown with a lot of foam around, and the gents particularly will get attracted to those beautiful faces. They don't talk to you at all, but they smile. They keep smiling, and at the end of the ad, few seconds here and there, that lady says, Lux koi shak. Lux aur kya? So you require only 2 words, please remember. And then all the gents will rush to the shop thinking that they also will soon become Aishwarya Rai or whatever. So you need to sell your idea. It is the idea, the profession of architecture is nothing but selling an idea. In every classroom, I always go to the colleges and say that if there are 30 students, or maybe now I think intake is 80, so it's going to be a tougher job, my dear friends. So you have 80 students. Who are your competitors? The rest 79. And who is your client? The teachers. If you can sell your idea to the teachers so that the teachers always salute you for your great idea, you will be able to sell everybody in the world. Because teachers are the most khadus personalities on earth. So if you can sell your idea to the teachers, you can sell to anyone in the world, believe me, even to the President of the United States. And I don't want to rate him. You can rate him. So this is the second P. And the third P is very important, and that is pace, P-A-C-E. It is the speed of the time, the speed at which the world is moving on. You have a technology in the morning with a cell, your iPhone model number is different in the morning and model number is different in the evening. You buy an iPhone, come home, and your son tells you, Dad, wo to purani ho gayi sir, abhi to dekho TV pe ek naya model number aa gaya. And you feel so sad that you are not an updated person as yet. Same thing happens with architecture. Even in my office today in Pune, we have 5 new materials, 3 new building technologies jumping in every day. How do we cope up with this? And it is a big challenge for the teachers, I respect them. But there is a subject called building materials and building technology. And they keep on changing every day. I mean, how the teachers will update themselves. For us, we need to study them, we need to rate them, and we need to use them, and we need to conclude and write our own statistics as to what we should be doing in the next project. So that's tough. Pushkar sir already said that it's a tough job to do. And it is becoming tougher and tougher. So that is the pace. You need to catch the pace. And as I said, the next P is the place. Many times students say, I'm also going to talk to about architecture college in Pravara. They have invited me. And I am sure there the students and the parents are going to tell me that we come from rural area. Now friends, let me tell you that the best architects in the world did not come from urban area. They came from rural areas. And today when the digitalization is done, today when everything is available on Google and net and everything is going to be done, communication is going to be done through the cells, I don't think you have to worry much about that place where you are. But the place here, an institute, which is going to mold you for the next 5 years, and a university which has a freedom And probably I think I have been always advocating this particular thing that we must try to bridge the gap between the industry and the institute. You know, unfortunately in India, we have a huge gap between what we learn and what we earn at the end of the day. You know, I always say, the governor of Maharashtra has asked me to start the first technological university of Maharashtra state. So in my first lecture, I said that, sir, if a Godrej machine, a Godrej refrigerator is brought from the shop, in the shop he demos that it works when you pin it up. You come home, you pin it up, it starts. What about our architects and engineers? They don't start. They are a gold medalist like me. They go out to the work. Somebody gives them a problem and they have no answer for that. You know, tajruba is everything that we believe in. But I think universities such as MIT should try and bridge this gap between the industry and the institute. The whole of industry is in fact open for any kind of interaction that you want to have. And in the morning when I came here, I told them about one project, that there is a very beautiful heritage structure where we are trying to develop Purandar Airport. And why not give this as a problem to the fourth year students? And they can come out with various ideas how to conserve that particular heritage. And this becomes an interactive workshop. And we are ready to pay. So payment is not the part. Institute doesn't have to take care of the expenses. Probably we will be able to reward the best works done by the institute. So if this kind of philosophy is followed by the institute, I'm sure the products that we will try to take out will be the best products. The products that can make this country very proud. And finally, the last P is the price, my dear friends. If the 4 P's are intact, the fees are the ones which you can dictate. So that is where the question comes. Isme scope hai kya? Scope means scope of earning money. Scope is there. If the other 4 P's are intact, I am sure that scope is there. I was interviewed in Hong Kong a few years ago. It was on Asian infrastructural development. And an American girl was interviewing me, and I told her that the entire world is going to be in Asia in the next 25 to 30 years. And the entire movement of development will be led by Indian technocrats, that is the engineers and the architects. And she was very wild. She became red, being American. And she said, how do you say this? What is the proof? On what ground you are saying? I said, according to me, the Indians are the most intelligent persons on earth, just next to Germans. All others, I don't want to rate them. But if Indians are the intelligent ones, these brains will be available for Asian development at a much cheaper price as compared to the Europeans and Americans. Basically because of the logistics, basically because they being our neighboring country, and whatever money that we earn when we develop the other countries, all our neighbors, we will definitely get 5 to 10 times the fees that otherwise we will get here in Pune. And this I am saying because I am making money of that sort. You know, you get money in dollars and euros, so why do you bother about it? $1, even if you earn, it is 70 rupees. So your income will be that many times if you practice by being here in the neighboring countries, helping their development. We have about 10 airports to come in India. 25 years down the line, kya scope nahi hai yaar? I mean, when the airport is there, there are so many other colonies coming up, there are shopping malls coming up, there are government buildings coming up, tremendous amount of road work and tremendous amount of infrastructure work coming up. And to add to all that is this subject called environment and how to convert them into green. There are some green-rated buildings that are coming up. So you have so many other specialities and expertise to be done as well. Tremendous scope, tremendous scope. You need to go there. And I humbly tell even the parents that gone are the days where our boys will go to US, get educated, fall in love with the beautiful girls there and stay there, and we only go for holidays because we get about 3 months visa there. Gone are the days. बिकॉज वहाँ पे काम नहीं है, वहाँ पे कुछ भी काम नहीं है हमारे लिए. So the boys have to go different parts of the world, maybe Australia, New Zealand, or US and Europe, try and get your master's or doctorate, but then come back home here, because this is the land of opportunity for your practice. And the parents have to change their mindset. They will make, definitely, I guarantee you that they will make more money than even the Americans in US. So that is the scope for architecture for tomorrow. And finally, to end up, I always love to share this story of the construction team. You know, there were three persons who were cutting stone on sitting in the, just next to the road, and there was a passerby. I asked them what they are doing. The first person was immediately replied, "Sir, I am earning my living. Papi pet ke liye kaam kar rahe hain." The second person was also doing the same job, cutting stone. And when he was asked, he said, "Sir, don't you see I am cutting stone? मैं पत्थर को तोड़ रहा हूँ." But the third person, my dear friends, was very, very busy and engrossed. And he was shaken up. He was shaken up by that person and asked him, "My dear friend, what you are doing?" And then he replied, "You all must remember this." He replied that I am building a cathedral. मैं भगवान का मंदिर बना रहा हूँ. My dear friends, you are here in this place where there are so many mandirs, some beautiful teachers, Dr. Vishwanath ji himself, beautiful mandirs around, a place of education, a place so humble and so serene and beautiful. I am sure you all will aspire not only to become the architects, but you will build mandirs for which India will be known 5 years down the line. All the best. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. It was indeed very engaging. And now I welcome our Honorable Founder Father, President and Managing Trustee.
Friends, what a good fortune for all of you that today, on the occasion of this inaugural function of what is called as the induction ceremony of the newly admitted and aspirants of this MIT School of Architecture, ADT University, which is quite known in the whole of India, very recently started, but under the guidance of Mr. Sunil Rai and led by Mrs. Jyoti Dhakne and the newly joined Principal Colonel, what's your name? Sanjeev. Friends, I have no adequate words to express my feelings for the special and unique words of wisdom spoken by two P's. One is Pushkar and another is Prashant. You know, Pushkar stands for the holy pilgrimage place of Pushkar Tirtha. Very beautiful place, very unique place of the creator Brahma. And Prashant is a great sea, Mahasagar. I think you must have just heard very carefully. I'm not praising both of them, but I feel satisfied. And being a teacher of engineering, I do understand the language what specially Mr. Prashant Deshmukh spoke. He has given you the confidence and shown the pathway with very unique words which he spoke about the various opportunities available world over. And of course, giving you the very appropriate advice and guidance that what you can be tomorrow. Friends, you can see that this place has been also very uniquely blessed. So much has been said, and so much has been also given the advice about what we have been trying to do. Myself being a teacher of engineering, mechanical engineering, teaching some subjects in my own style, coming from a very small village of 2,000 population, coming from a farmer's family, I don't know how, but very fortunately, that little vision and understanding of the field of the concept, planning, architecture and design. I should not say it's not a question of any ego, but certainly a matter of little pride for myself, that yes, every building that you see around on this campus, including the very unique Vishwa Shanti Sangeet Kala Academy, headed by Lata Mangeshkar, with the concept of Sapta Swar Sapta Rangan Sapta Rushi. I don't know how these concepts and ideas come to my mind, but they have come to reality. And you can imagine that the Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshkar, for the first time in her life, she accepted to be the chairman of this concept, saying that this is the largest and the most beautiful concept of, you can just see and go around. About the dome, something was mentioned, which I myself never knew before. When I started this work in 2005, with only no blueprint, no pencil, no architecture, no design, just going to the field and putting a nail at one spot and saying, let's have a dome of 160 feet diameter. And just made a circle, 24 pillars, and said, let us have 63 feet height columns, and given the steel design too. I am not boosting myself, friends. Let me tell you, because I am trying to tell you how and what way the things happen. And that time I never knew that this is going to be the largest in the whole world, bigger than St. Peter's Dome, Vatican. And after 11 years, I think one of my students, Bise, can you stand up? He is Vishnu Bise. I have requested him to really publish a small booklet. How precisely the things can be done without using any software. Using only trigonometry and the mathematical calculations and just giving some design. So what I say is that you also can do all these things. Every building, and especially when you study, you must study it, you must understand it, but you must have a passion and the fire in the belly. And I am grateful to Mr. Deshmukh. I don't know what place he comes from. Gav konta hai? Proper? Kheda sanga, kheda kutla hai? Shere Mulsi. I come from a small village of 2,000 population of Rameshwar from Marathwada. Why I am saying this? There is nothing like a background which you talk about, but these things can be done very easily, but let us not be egoistic about it. Now friends, I think there was a mention made by all my friends about the spiritual component of life. Especially, I am grateful to Mr. Rai, who gave a very wonderful advice to you. He spoke to you about the heart and mind of this institution. Basically, this institution stands on the words of wisdom spoken by the great noble son of India, Swami Vivekananda, on 11 September 1893. I have been repeating this hundreds of times. But that being the ideal, I would like to tell my newly entered friends, union of science and religion / spirituality alone will help to bring harmony and peace to mankind. ये मेरा शब्द नहीं है, तुम्हारा एक भाई 1893 की बात है. Speaking in a parliament of religions, first in the world, and the audience is the greatest scholars, thinkers, philosophers, scientists, men of religion and men of philosophy in the audience. And your own brother speaking these words and telling them the very unique principle, सिद्धांत जिसे बोला जाता है. He is talking to those people that time. And you can imagine, friend, the same great noble son of India had said one more prophecy he had given. It was in the year 1897, and he said, friends, remember, 21st century, this century, will be the century of India, my mother India. He says again with a sense of pride, not with ego. And makes another statement that my mother India will emerge as a knowledge God of the whole world and will show the pathway of harmony and peace to mankind. सारी दुनिया को सुख समाधान और शांति का मार्ग दिखाने का दायित्व मेरी भारत माता का हो. I hope, friends, when Prashant Deshmukh ji spoke, he made a mention of the tradition and culture of what India stands for. Speaking about be proud of your own country, your own institution, but more proud to be of your parents. Matru devo bhava, pitru devo bhava, acharya devo bhava, atiti devo bhava. Very unique principle has been stated. माँ एक ऐसी सच्चाई है जैसे अल्टीमेट ट्रूथ होता है, विच इज द अल्टीमेट रियलिटी एंड द अल्टीमेट ट्रूथ. जीवन में सबसे बड़ा सत्य है माँ. पिताजी बाद में आता है. शायद कभी कभी शक की बात हो सकता है, बट ध्यान में रखो भाई, ये मदर इंडिया is a land, a very pious land, not to be again egoistic, but this land has spoken the wonderful, unique scientific truths 10,000 years back. अमेरिका का किसी को दुखाने की या किसी को हर्ट करने की बात नहीं. They have their own positions, their own achievements. Either the Great Britain or the America or many other countries in the world. Now in the China is coming up so fast. The question is, this was your land which spoke wonderful scientific truths thousands of years back. America का तो 400 साल भी नहीं हुए, लेकिन they have gone up in a very unique manner. But friends, do not forget that this land, the great sages, seers and the saints of this country, they uttered one word. Ekam sat vipra bahuda vadanti. The truth is only one and only one. The reality, the ultimate truth. Om namoji adya veda pratipadya jaya jaya swa samvedya atmarupa. ये पहली लाइन है ज्ञानेश्वरी की. ए कॉमेंट्री ऑन भगवद गीता. भगवद गीता किसी धर्म का चिंतन नहीं है, नॉलेज. यू मस्ट नो दैट इट एनकम्पसेस द एंटायर ह्यूमैनिटी. और ये जो सिद्धांत है, ये सारे सिद्धांत है, ध्यान में रखो, ये साइंटिफिक सिद्धांत है. दूसरा सिद्धांत है वसुधैव कुटुंबकम इज अनदर वर्ड. द वर्ल्ड एज वन फैमिली. हु सेड दिस? कितने साल हुए भाई, लेकिन इसको ब्लाइंड फेथ मत कहो. एक शास्त्र है ये. It's a very wonderful, unique science of understanding a body and the brain is one aspect of life. The soul and the mind is another aspect of life. And friends, remember, you, the very wonderful, I think Mr. Pushkar made a statement, most wonderful course possibly, and he also said that most difficult and tough course. Good luck. Depends on the assessment of the teachers. I think you have been the people who have been trying to do this job. But friends, remember, it's a challenge. How you do it, I don't know. When I'm not qualified, I hope that you will make me eligible to get the entry into the architecture course. Why I'm saying this? How this has come up? See each and every building throughout the 5 universities which have come up. Never imagined before. But especially the monuments of this campus, the Mother Nature has provided you. And it's one of the best chance. Let me tell you, some of you can understand. See how this dome itself was made in the last 12 years. And when I never knew this at all. But this has come up. And see the beauty of the Indian architecture. Normally, every country has its own geography, the history, the culture, the traditions. But remember, there is a common factor, that the human element. The human element is common. The mankind is same, having the principles, and is the Mother Nature, is the mother, the universal truth, is common for all. The universe does not make different rules for different countries. They are the same rules and same regulations. You have a pot, I think some flowers were given. The soil is same. You plant the different seeds and you see wonderful colors and wonderful fragrance. कहाँ से आता है भाई? मट्टी तो एक ही है, एक ही पॉट है इतना छोटा, उसमें 100 कलर है, 100 प्लांट्स है, 100 पौधे हैं, उसका फ्रेग्रेंस अलग अलग है. कहाँ से बनता है, कैसे बनता है? ये मन की केमिस्ट्री क्या है, मुझे पूछा गया था अमेरिका में. व्हाट इज द केमिस्ट्री ऑफ माइंड? ये डिज़ाइन क्या है भाई, इसका आर्किटेक्चर क्या है? सो यू मस्ट आस्क द क्वेश्चंस टू योरसेल्फ so that you can have an inquisitive mind to understand yourself, the mechanism around you. This campus is so beautifully located and gifted. Without planning, it has come to me. I had never gone to a cinema theater for 35 long years. And see the fun? Why this land of Raj Kapoor comes to me? And he sees the dream, and he says in his letter of will, that someday this land be given to a person who can work for education. A producer, director, a filmmaker, seeing the dream of having some beautiful campus of architecture, the education. ये बनता है भाई, बनने की कोशिश तो करो, अपने माँ बाप के नाम पे कुछ काम करने का प्रयास करो. And the wonderful warning given by Colonel Sunil Rai was that please follow the discipline and sense of character. The most beautiful aspect of your life is your sense of character and discipline. अपनी माँ और पिताजी को शर्म लगे ऐसी बात मत करो. तुम्हारे मन को, if you feel ashamed of yourself, or in the future if your own children feel ashamed of you as a parent, ऐसी गंदी बात जीवन में कभी नहीं करना. That is what India stands for. That is what Mother India stands for. And you are the children of your own father and the mother, the family, and the traditions which you carry. We should be very proud of our own country, the Mother India. Thank you, Deshmukh sir. बहुत अच्छा लगा दोनों का. And Rai साहब, you keep up the tradition. Jyoti, good luck to you. Thank you, friends. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. We are truly obliged listening to such an inspiring word from you. Thank you for your guidance. And again, a big round of applause for Honorable Founder Father, President and Managing Trustee, Dr. Vishwanath Karad, sir. And now I request our Principal, Professor Colonel Sanjeev Gupta, to extend a thank you note to all our dignitaries on this gracious occasion.
Honorable Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad, sir. Our Chief Guest, Architect Prashant Deshmukh, sir. Guest of Honor, Architect Kanvinder, sir. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sunil Rai, sir. Our Executive Director, Jyoti ma'am. My colleagues, students, parents, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to all of you and a warm welcome. We all have assembled here for the 4th induction program of our first year students of architecture. The aim is to ensure that the students, they get acquainted with the institute, get a feel of the institution, and which will be their home for the next 5 years. We have to acquaint them about the college, about the syllabus, and inspire them for the interest in the field of architecture, which already our dignitaries have done. I am sure the budding architects will have a glimpse of the roadmap ahead during the course of the event. I'll be conducting a presentation after we finish with this event on the academic part. So that'll be later part of the event. Now let me move to the duty entrusted to me, that is to propose a vote of thanks on the occasion. We all raise our heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Founder Father, MIT ADT University, Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, for the constant guidance and appreciation which are a great source of encouragement for all of us. I am indeed thankful to Architect Prashant Deshmukh sir for sparing his valuable time at such a short notice. I just spoke to him 4-5 days back, and the pearls of wisdom he shared with the budding architects. I am extremely thankful to Architect Pushkar Kavinde sir, who is closely associated with our institution on the Board of Studies, for guiding the budding architects for the future that awaits them. We have been extremely fortunate to have such an inspiration, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sunil Rai sir, with us today. So thanks for gracing the events. No words will be enough to thank our Executive Director, Mrs. Jyoti Dhatne ma'am, for her continuous involvement and mentoring. Last but not the least, a big thank you to all my colleagues, faculty members, technical staff, non-teaching staff, whose relentless efforts will keep reaping more and more successful endeavors in the years to come. I am sure the training, motivation, and guidance will make a very positive impact on the lives of these budding architects. An event like this doesn't happen overnight. The wheel starts rolling weeks back. It requires planning and foresight for all the details. We have been fortunate to be backed with a team of very motivated and dedicated students. You saw a number of them, they're standing here. So I thank everyone for extending their willingness to undertake various responsibilities to make this program a success. Last but not the least, I thank all the parents for coming all the distance to participate in the event. Once again, thank you all very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let us all now rise up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे